Yes. So this is the second demo session. In this, we are going to discuss about the HTML course. Okay, HTML course syllabus. In this, we require HTML in order to build the web pages. You can see in the HTML, we will have the format like this. It is very basic format. Like we will use doc type tag. Why we require doc type? Because doc type will indicate that you are going to use HTML5. Okay, there is a difference between HTML and HTML5. The difference is if you want to use latest HTML tags like semantic tags and whatever latest features HTML5 provide to us, if you want to use that, then first tag of your HTML page will be doc tag. Okay, then we will have the other tags, and first tag root tag of your HTML will start from the HTML. Inside that, we will have two different tags: head tag and body tag. Okay, so head tag means it will help you to add the content in the heading section. Heading section means if you see this browser has two different part. One is body part and title part. So whatever you want to add in the body part, you can just use the body tag, and whatever you want to add inside the head part, you can use the head tag. Okay, for example, in the head section you want to add some title here, you want to add some pivot icon here, so you can just add those tag here. Like in the head, I want to add title. In the head, I want to add pivot icon, so you can just add one more pivot icon tag here, and that will basically display the uh, icon here. You can see this W icon, you can see here. So same icon we can add by using the pivot icon tag. Now, what is doc type? As I mentioned, doc type declaration we need to add in order to declare that I am going to use HTML5 contents. Okay, so there are a lot of things introduced in the HTML5. There is the HTML4 and 5. 5 has the semantic tags. Okay, so in HTML5, what are all semantic tags we got? Okay, so in HTML5 we got a new tags like uh, side no tag. Okay, side no tag, so too many other tags. I will give you the list. Okay, okay, what is semantic tag in HTML5? HTML5 semantic tags. Number one, we are having header tag. Okay, so by looking at the tag name itself, you will come to know what kind of tag it is. Okay, so header tag means what? You can add the header. Okay, if you want to add the header to your HTML page, you can use header tag. So this is available in HTML5. Second tag is available now. Okay, now means now bar. Okay, navigation bar. If you see this web page, home, insert, layout, references, these are the menu items, right? So these menu items we can add in the now bar. So that's why this now tag is introduced in HTML5. Next one is article. Let's say you are working with a blogging website. In the blogging website, you want to write one blog. So that blog you can write inside the article tag. Okay, article tag. Then next one is section. So this section tag you can use when you want to split your web page in multiple columns. So each column you can consider as a separate section. Okay, so this section tag you can use for that. Then footer tag also. Okay, so this footer tag you can use for writing the footer part. Like if you see any website like this one only, you can see page out 1 out of 5, 450 words English. So all these things we can just add as a footer to your web page. Okay, and footer can be duplicate. A duplicate means it can be reusable for multiple pages. So this kind of tag we can just start using by using the HTML5. In HTML5, there are two more tags available. One is audio tag. This is multimedia tag. Okay. So one is audio tag. Second one is video tag. So by using these two tags, you can put the audio clip or video clip into your web page. So that will basically help you to add the songs to your web page or add the video to your web page. If you directly have the link of video which is available on your local machine, you can just put that into your web page. Okay, same like YouTube videos, right? So we can just add that by using the video tag. Then there are two more tags like picture tag is there and source tag is there. So these also additional tags in order to display images in responsive format and source for displaying some other objects which are not even images, videos and pictures. But if you have some more objects, then you can use that by using the source tag. Okay. So these are the basic tags I have just explained you in order to use HTML5. Now let's check what are existing tag available in HTML4 as well as 5. Okay. So if you go to the syllabus, you can see these are the very basic tags. Headings. Okay. So heading tag we already saw in first session, but still, if I go here, open this notepad in Visual Studio Code. How to open code? First of all, install the Visual Studio Code. Go here, download VS Code. Okay. Once you search this on the Google, you can just go to the download Visual Studio Code. First option, download this one. As soon as you download this, just make sure you have installed that. Once you install it, go here, create a new folder, sample. Okay, any folder you can create on your machine. Inside that new folder, you can create a new file, index.html. Okay, don't write any code into that file, just create a new file and make sure that file has a extension .html. Okay, and then go here in the address bar, type cmd. Okay, once you open command prompt, just notice wherever you want to open your Visual Studio Code, you are at that location. This path should be same. Okay, yeah, it is same. Now what you can do, just type here code space period dot and hit enter. So what will happen, whatever files you have created in the inside this folder, you will see those inside the Visual Studio Code. Okay, that folder will open as a workspace into your Visual Studio Code like this. Okay, great. Now you can see that I have just opened this index.html file inside the Visual Studio Code, and this is very basic program we have written. Let me delete that as well. Okay, let's do it from the scratch. Now in the Visual Studio Code, I have just added one index.html file. Inside this file, we are having HTML as a root tag, head as a child tag, body as a child tag. Inside the head, we are having title tag. It is very basic program of your HTML page. Now, inside the body, I want to add one heading with hello world. Save it. Okay. We have just added head as a my first HTML program, and inside the body, I have added one heading that is hello world. Now I want to run this program. How to run it? Just go to the browser, sorry, your directory location, and double click on this file. You can see it has been run. Okay, hello world. So this is how you can first of all create your first application in HTML. Do you have any doubt, anything so far?
No, sir. No, sir.
Hello.
Okay, great. Now let's move on to the next, like HTML tags, right? So first is heading tag. We will see what are all differences available between multiple heading tags. Okay. So first heading tag is H1. Okay. I will directly give the name as heading. So that way you will come to know what kind of tag we are using for this content. So H1, give me a minute. Yeah. While writing the tags in HTML file, see there are two types of tags available. One is pair tag and second one is empty tag. Okay, what is pair tag? Pair tag means pair tag has opening tag and closing tag. Okay, inside the opening and closing, whatever you will write, that will become your content. So it can be content or it can be another nested tag. You can see this is a root tag and this is the child tag, parent tag, child tag. Inside this tag, if I add one more tag, it will become grandchild tag of the HTML. Now, this is we can call it as a nested tag. Nested means one tag inside another tag. Okay. Head tag available inside HTML tag, title tag available inside head tag. This is the nested HTML tags. Okay. And we can only nested the tags if parent tag is having opening and closing. Okay. How we can see whether it is opening or closing? You can see head is open, head is closed using forward slash. If you use forward slash, it means we are just opening a tag, closing a tag. Okay. Same here. You can see title is now open, title is now closed. Okay. This is how we can write a structure of your HTML page. Okay. And whatever language we are using here, that is your markup language. Okay. What is markup language? Markup language we can write by using the HTML tags. Tags can have opening and closing. Tags can be nested with each other. Tags can be a empty tag. Empty tag means there are some tags which does not have a closing tag. Okay, what are all those? Let's take an example. Image tag, img, src. Now this tag does not have the closing tag. You can notice that we do not have any tag like slash img. Okay, this tag we do not have in HTML. See, this is not available. So if such kind of tag is not available, then how I can close this img tag? I can close that tag by writing forward slash inside the image tag itself. Okay. If you see here, I have opened the image tag, added one attribute. At the end of the tag, I have one forward slash and closing the image tag. It means we don't need to write explicit closing image tag. Okay. This tag itself has a closing as well as opening. You don't have to write another tag. Okay. So this is how we can basically add the image tag which does not have the closing in HTML. So what we learn here, we are having two kind of tags, pair tag and empty tag. Pair tag means it has a opening, it has a closing, and empty tag means same tag will have opening and closing both. Okay. And we don't need to write explicit closing tag such for such kind of tags. Okay. Okay. Now how to add image source here? You can see I want to add one image. So we can just find one image like let's say images. Okay. I just copy the image URL, copy image address, go here and paste. Now if you run our project here, you will see the image. Okay. Let's check. See, this is how we can basically add the image to our web page. Okay. Now let's discuss about heading tags. So let's say I have one h1. H1 is nothing but your heading 1 and H1 has bigger size than other heading tags. Okay. So I'm just adding heading 1, then heading 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. Only 6 headings we are having in the HTML. You can see H2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So what is the difference here? For each and every heading, you will see some difference. I will show you. Refresh. What is the difference here? Difference is only the sizing of each content, sizing of heading content. Okay. You can see H1 has very big size, H2 has a small size as compared to H1, and so on. Okay. So smallest heading is H6 and largest heading is H1. Okay. So if you want to basically see which heading has bigger size, if you want to use the heading we should have the bigger size, you can go with heading 1. Okay. If you want to add the heading with a small size, you can go with heading 6. And if you want any size in between H1 and H6, you can go with this 4 tag. Okay. Also, we can control the size by using the CSS or your heading tags. Okay, this is also in a control. So this is how we can basically use the heading tags in our HTML web page. If you have any question, you can ask, no problem. Okay, it is very simple. If you open the HTML tag, HTML page, in the HTML page, your page always should be start with the HTML tag. It should have two different sections, head section and body section. Then inside the body section, you can add your HTML tag. That's it. Okay, and first of all, we just learn how many headings we can add. So these are the 6 types of heading we can just basically add in your web page. 6 headings. Got it? Now next is paragraph tag. What is paragraph tag? We can use paragraph tag in order to add paragraphs in your web page. Okay. Let's say I have some content here. This is my first HTML web page. Okay. So this is your paragraph, and you can add any number of paragraphs into your web page. Okay, only you can see here paragraph tag is a pair tag. It has opening tag, it has closing tag. Okay, paragraph opening, paragraph closing. This is first paragraph, second paragraph, third and fourth. Okay, so this is how we can just add the paragraph. Paragraph tag is a block level tag. Okay, what is block level? Block level means the tag, whatever content you are having into your web page, the width of that tag will be 100%. Okay, let's say I have just added one border. I'm just adding border to demonstrate the width of your paragraph tag. Okay, so P should have border solid thing gray. Okay, refresh. Now you can see your tag, this paragraph tag is not having a width till here. It is having a width from here to here. It means even though you are having a less content into your paragraph tag, it will have a width to 100%. This is your block level element. Got it? Block level means what? यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Block level content मतलब इस टैग के अंदर जितने भी कंटेंट्स हमने यहाँ पे डाले हैं, वो सारे कंटेंट्स की जितनी विड्थ है वहां तक ही उस पैराग्राफ टैग की विड्थ है, ऐसा नहीं. The width will be from 0 to 100. ओके, मतलब आपने कुछ कंटेंट कम भी कर दिए उस पैराग्राफ टैग में से. मैंने यहाँ से सब निकाल दिया, यहाँ पे डाला मैंने हेलो वर्ल्ड. ओके, अभी मुझे बताओ व्हाट विल बी द विड्थ ऑफ दिस पी टैग. इसका विड्थ कम हो जाएगा क्या? बिकॉज वी हैव एडेड सम ओनली 2 words नाउ, राइट? सो will it change the width? No, width will be fixed. उसने इतना स्पेस रिजर्व करके रखा हुआ है. ओके, फ्रॉम हियर लेफ्ट साइड टू राइट साइड पूरा 100% का स्पेस उसने ऑलरेडी कवर करके रखा हुआ है. नाउ it will only wait for adding some additional content to this line. This line is reserved for paragraph 1. This line is reserved for paragraph 2. Okay, even though you do not have the content which are having a width 100%, it will still reserve the 100% space here. So whatever you will add here, that will just add in the paragraph line number 1. Okay, but this space is reserved for paragraph 1, and such kind of tag we can call it as a block level tag. Okay, div also same. Okay, there is a div tag, not only paragraph, but there is a div tag, division. Okay, this tag we can mainly use to structure your web pages. Okay, if you want to structure your web pages, we mainly go with the div tag. Okay, और div tag जो है वो भी क्या है, ब्लॉक लेवल टैग है. देखो मैंने यहाँ पे इतने ही कंटेंट डाले, still it has reserved the space to 100% of first line. Okay, so this is your division tag. But let's say I'm using span here. Okay, यहाँ पे span यूज किया, यहाँ पे span यूज किया, span को मैंने border भी दिया. अभी क्या हो रहा है, span tag will not reserve the space 100% space. It will automatically increase the space of your tag as per the content available into your tag. Let's say hello world. This is first web page. Okay, save, refresh. देखो what happened now, it has increased the width of your span tag. I just purposefully added this border to see what is the width of your span tag. Okay, so आपने अगर देखा रहेगा यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया, we have just added some additional content, and according to that it has increased the width of your paragraph tag, span tag also. Okay, so how it this happen, this is because this is inline element. Okay, it has the display inline property. There are two things, display inline and display block. Okay, so inline means it will take the width of that tag as per the contents available in it, that is called as inline. It will not reserve the additional space. Okay, you just space a, it is not yet reserved by this tag. Okay, if you add one more span tag after this, then this is second tag. Okay, this is second span. Okay, तो वो इसके बाजू में आएगा यहाँ पे, because this space is not reserved, it is open. So if you add any number of inline tag here, that will print beside of your previous tag. Okay, third, refresh. Now you can see this is first tag, this is second tag, this is third tag. Why these tags are displaying each after one after another? Because of they are having display inline feature. But if I use p tag here instead of span tag, then what will happen? Each and every p tag paragraph tag will reserve the 100% space, and that's why all these contents will display to the next line like this. First tag, second tag, third tag. Okay, this is the border. You can see each paragraph tag is having 100% width. Width 100% for first tag, 100% for second tag, 100% for third tag. Okay, now I want to just make the width as per their content. You can just change p tag to span tag. Span, 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 and make sure to close that as well. Now see, span tag has a width as per their content size, content length. Okay, so this is little bigger than this one, right? This width is little bigger than this one because the content is more than second tag. So as per your content, your span tag will have its own width. I believe so. You will now get the idea. What is the difference between div, division tag, span tag, and paragraph tag? Okay, and you can now decide when to use span tag, when to use division tag, and when to use paragraph tag. Okay, any questions so far?
सर डिव्हिजन सांगाल का एकदा.
See, division we can use whenever basically you want to use the HTML structure. आपको अगर कुछ स्ट्रक्चर बनाना है, चलो लेट्स डू वन थिंग. Let's take this as a challenge. Okay, MS Paint. Okay, now let's say I want to create a HTML page like this. I want to create. Can you see my Paint application?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now let's assume I want to create one web page with some specific structure. Okay, specific structure in the sense I want to add structure like this: head section, sidebar, and footer. Okay, this kind of structure I just want to build in the HTML website. So by using the division, you can basically form the structure into your web page. Okay, what you can do, you can just form the HTML structure. How we can form it? So this can be a one div. Okay, this will be division 1. This will be division 2. Okay, and this is your division 3. And this is your division 4. Okay, okay. Now how we can do this? So what you can do, first of all, I will open this Visual Studio Code. Let's go to your mockup. Mockup is I want to add header section. So in order to add that, first of all, just add one division. Okay, this is your header. You can just name it as header. Okay, classes. Then next one is side now, right? Side now, and then this is your content box. So we can just add division. Inside this, I want to add div class side now. Okay, side navigation bar. And after that, I want to add div class. We can call it as content. Okay, so this also we have completed. Now I want to create this footer as well. So here I will create one. That's it. I will just add some content here. This is header. Okay, this is sidebar. This is content. Content section. Okay, here we will put the contents, and this is your footer. Now if you see, if I refresh the page, you will see something like this. But this is not the actual structure, right? The main purpose of using div tag is to create the structure of your website. Okay, I want to create the structure like this. But now if you see the web page, it is not showing that like that. Let's format it. How to format? Go to inspect element. Okay, and then here we can basically see the live preview while formatting your web page. So let's go to the header tag. This is your header. In the header, let's say I have added border, solid, thin, gray. Okay, this is my header. In the body, I will add one tag, that is text align center. Okay, so I just added one header section. Now I want to create the footer as well, right? Sorry, no, yeah, footer as well. So this is my footer, border, solid, thin. This is footer. And now I want to create the sidebar. Okay, here I want to create the sidebar. So let's add this border to the sidebar first. Border means you can see what is the width of that element. Border, solid, thin, and gray. Okay. Now for this sidebar, our width should be 20%. It is 20%. Okay. And now after that, I want to add content. So this content, if you see here, so this sidebar is showing in this line and content showing in next line, right? So let me add some border there. You will see that. So content is showing in the next line. So it should not be go to the next line. It should go to the right of this sidebar. So width is 80%. Okay. And this side now bar should have the float left. That's it. Okay. Now we can just add some height to sidebar. Like height is 25 VH. Okay. 75 VH. VH means vertical height. Okay. And for this also, I want to add some height. So it will become this. That's it. This is your web page. Okay. We have just added 80% of width. Let's see why it is not showing correctly. Width is 80%. It has 20%, right? Yeah, 80% should start from here actually. So for that, we can just mark it as a float right. Sorry, float left only. It has float left. We can call it as display inline block. Okay. This also should have display inline block. Now we can remove the float left. Let me check. Let's make it 100%. We can also use flexbox. Okay, flexbox will also help you in that case. But for time being, let's use this one only. Okay. Now you can see the main purpose of having this structure is having this example is we can structure the web page like this. If you want to use the division, what's the use of division? So by using the division, we can basically structure the website. Okay, you can create the structure of your website. So division, span, these are the structural tag. It is not something to use for putting your contents on your website. It is for formatting the web page. It is for creating a structure of your web page. Okay. So that's why we can use div tag and span tag. But paragraph tag you can use to put the contents, right? So in order to use add some contents, you can use paragraph tag P. And inside that paragraph tag, you can basically add some contents like this. Refresh it. Oops. We haven't copied all our changes to the file, and that's why it got flushed out. Okay. See, if you do any changes inside the inspect element, so this inspect element is for only temporary purpose. Okay. Whatever changes you want to make to your web page, you can just try here. Okay. And don't forget to copy your changes after your once you're done with your changes. Don't forget to copy from here to your file, your source code. Otherwise, if you refresh your page, it will flush out immediately, because these are only temporary changes. Okay, don't forget to copy from here to here. And once you put your changes in this file and then refresh it, then it will never gone. It will be a permanent changes. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Also, like we can discuss in Marathi also. Okay. Is there anyone who can only understand the Hindi? Okay. So if you want to add the horizontal rule after the first time, let's say, what we can do, just go to your code and here use HR tag. HR means horizontal rule. Now refresh the page. You can see this is the line number 1. इसके नीचे आपने this is the division number 1. उसके नीचे हमने क्या किया? We have just added the HR and then this is the another one. Okay, division. So if you want to add any line horizontal 100% width wali line, if you want to add in the web page, you can use HR tag like this. Okay, there is one more tag called it as BR tag. Okay, BR. तो BR मतलब break. तो क्या होता है कभी कभी सर, I just wanted to add some space in between footer and header tag. Okay, I don't want to add any line. Okay, I don't want to add any line here, but I just want to increase the space between this header and this footer. I want to increase the space by 2 lines. What you can do, go here, add the line space like this, VR1, VR2, refresh. Got it? So this is how we can basically increase the space between 2 lines by using the BR tag. BR stands for break and HR stands for horizontal rule. Okay. Next is you can also use center tag. Center is outdated one. You should not use that. You can make use of CSS, but still I will show you how we can make use of the center tag. You can see I have just added one division. This is my division and I want to make this content center aligned to inside this division. How we can make that? You can just go here and use center tag beside of your contents. That's it. It will become center. This is header. Okay. But if you notice in Visual Studio Code itself, it is showing in a red color. Why? Because this tag is outdated, deprecated. Okay. You should not use the center tag to make the align center of your contents. If you want to make it center, go with the CSS, not HTML. Okay. So that's why how we can do that through CSS. If you want to make the center align to your contents, you can just add style text align colon center. This is how we can go. You can see it is still in the center position because of this style tag, style attribute. Okay. So this also we can use for moving your content to the center location inside your division. Okay. Next text we are having pre-tag. Okay. Pre-tag क्या करता है? Let's say I want to add some content. So this is my paragraph. Here I am just adding some content. This is my paragraph. Okay. Full stop. I just added this content and I want to add some space between is and my. Okay. There is one space, but I want to add some more space between these two characters. So what I will do, I will increase the space like this, right? But if I refresh this in my web page, I am not able to see the space more than one. Okay, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? More than one space we cannot able to see on the browser. Browser is basically trimming the space between two words. It is only displaying one, accepting only one space. Okay. So in that case, if whatever changes you made into your source code, you want to show those content as it is on your web page. So you can go with the pre tag. Pre means predefined as it is. Okay. So मैंने अगर कुछ भी किया रहेगा यहाँ पे इस लाइन पे, आई वांट टू शो दैट as it is without modifying it, then you can go with the pre tag. You can see मैंने यहाँ पे बहुत सारे spaces डाले हैं, but browser क्या करता है, if you add more than one space, browser used to trim all the spaces and only accept one space between two words. So that browser will not interfere with your contents if you are added your content inside the pre tag. Okay, if you are using the pre tag, it will not interfere with your content. Browser will display the contents as it is. Okay, you can see space here. So this is how we can use the pre tag in HTML. Okay, then also you can use non-breaking spaces. Non-breaking spaces means what? See, कभी कभी क्या होता है कि let's say I have very big line like this. This is my content. Full stop. Okay. इतने सारे कंटेंट मैंने डाले, रिफ्रेश किया, क्या हुआ, इट गोज टू द न्यू लाइन, राइट, यहाँ पे आया, इट गोज टू न्यू लाइन. व्हाट आई वांट टू डू, लेट मी ऐड समथिंग हियर, इंडिया इज माय कंट्री, रिफ्रेश. सी, यहाँ पे देखो इंडिया इज माय कंट्री नाम है, यहाँ पे नहीं डालना था मुझे एक्चुअली. आई वांट टू ऐड दिस हियर, सो 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, राइट, 6 सेंटेंस, 4 5 and 6 यहाँ पे डालना है, फुल स्टॉप. सो इफ यू सी, इंडिया इज माई कंट्री, ये एक पूरा सेंटेंस है, बट वो सेंटेंस टू लाइन में डिवाइड हो गया. ओके, फर्स्ट लाइन एंड सेकंड लाइन. बट आई डोंट वांट टू split this sentence into two different lines. It should not be break. So क्या कर सकते हैं, India is my country should be display here only, but here we do not have that much of space. बट मुझे क्या करना है, आइदर ये पूरा का पूरा सेंटेंस नेक्स्ट लाइन पे जाना चाहिए, या फिर पूरा का पूरा सेंटेंस पहले लाइन पे रहना चाहिए. दैट चेंज आई वांट टू डू. So for that, you can add the space by using this keyword NBSP. If we add this keyword, it will show you white space to your eyes, but it is not a white space. Okay, internally it is a one character which is displaying like the white space. You can see India is my country now become only one word. This is only one word. Even though you are seeing space here, it is not a space, it is one hidden character which we are going to add in the sentence to make it as a single word. So if it is a single word, it can either display in the next line or it can either display in the previous line, but this line will never break, this sentence will never break. Okay, the whole center you can see on the next line or previous line as per the space available, like this. Okay, it will never break. So this is a non-breaking spaces, like this. To your eyes it will show like a space, but this is not a space, this is one space character we have added in between of your words, so that way it will become only one word, and it will help you to not split this sentence for line breaks. Okay, it will automatically move the whole sentence to the next line or previous line, like this. Okay, okay, I think you got some good idea about HTML. Okay, there are some tags as well, like we discuss about HTML tag, HTML element, nested HTML tags we just discussed about. Now let's discuss about some attributes as well. What is attribute? Okay. So in HTML, we can have attribute as well. But see, you just saw some tags. Division is a tag, HR is a tag, style is a tag, okay, head is a tag. But each tag can have attributes as well. What is attribute and when we need to add the attributes? Okay. See, I have one HTML tag. Let's assume I have one IMG tag. Okay. So if I have IMG tag and if I refresh the page, you will not see anything. It will be complete blank. Okay. But purpose is I want to add image. Okay. This is my generic sentence. I want to add image. But what kind of image I want to add, that you can mention by using the attribute, SRC attribute. Got it? Attribute means if you want to mention some additional information about your current tag, that info you can add as an attribute to your HTML tag. Got it? So this HTML tag has a name like IMG is a name, but SRC is a attribute. Attribute means metadata about current tag, additional information about your current tag. That is called as attribute. Got it? So there are a lot of other attributes like width, height, okay, border, okay. So these kind of attributes we can add to your tag. Let's do some other tag. Let's say input type. This is your attribute. Got it? This is your tag name. Whatever you will see after opening your angle bracket, whatever you will see in a blue color, that is your tag name. You can see each and every tag has the blue color here. But after the blue color, if you give one space and add some name with equal to sign and value, that is your attribute with the value. Okay. Type is an attribute and this is the value. Type text. SRC is the attribute and this is the value. Like I want to display the image. Which image? You can see this is comment actually. I have just added one image. Refresh it. Can you see image? No, because we haven't mentioned any URL here. So I will just add one URL. Okay, I just added one URL here. So if you add the URL, it will show the image, right? But URL you will have to add inside the SRC attribute. If someone asks you what is attribute and what is tag, you should know. Okay, you should tell them tag is nothing but what kind of operation we are going to do. Attribute will help you to add some additional information to that tag. Like I want to display the image, that is operation. Okay, that is my goal. But I want to display this specific image, that you can mention using attribute. Okay, adding the images is generic thing. Adding a specific image, I want to add an image of Mickey Mouse. So for that, I will have to provide some URL here, right? So that URL you can specify in the SRC attribute. Okay. Also, you can control the width and height. Okay. Like this. I want to control width and height. Width should be, let's say 50 pixel and height should be 50 pixel. Refresh. You can see we can control the width and height of your image as well by using the two additional attributes, width attribute and height attribute. Got it? So this is very important to know what is attribute and what is tag. Okay. So there are a lot of other tags. Every tag are having its own attributes. Like let's assume I have one input tag. What is input tag? Input tag will help you to provide one form control input. Okay, but what kind of input I want checkbox, not text box. Okay, for that I will add type attribute. So in the type attribute, if I mention checkbox, then you can see this checkbox will become checkbox. It is just because of the type attribute. Okay, this input is a tag. By using the input you can specify the generic input information, like to your browser you can provide a generic information. I want one input control. Input control can be your checkbox, it can be your radio button, it can be your text area, it can be your drop down, it can be your text box. But that you will have to specify explicitly with the help of attribute. So let's say I want to use radio button. This is checkbox, right? I want to change it to radio button. So I will just change the attribute value to radio and then refresh. You can see this is now become the radio button. I want to make it text box. So I will just change it to text and then it will become box like this. Okay. So attribute is very important. Attribute will change the behavior of your control. It will completely change the control as well. Okay. So it is very important. If I want to use drop down list, so for that you can use select tag, select opening, select closing. Inside this you can use option 1 and like this, so on, option 2. Okay, this is how you can just add the drop down. Option 1, option 2, these are the drop down items. Okay, but if you want to add that you can use select box, option box. Then you want to use text area. What is text area? Text area is a rich text control. Okay, okay, by using the text area you can basically uh, add some additional information, some multi-line text. Okay, so you can see I can add multi-line text here. This is text area, full stop space. We can add multi-line text in the text area, same like your notepad. Okay, but if you want to use a single line text only, if you want to get a single line input, so here you can use input type text. So this is single line. You cannot add multi-line here. Okay. So there is a huge difference between text area and text. Okay. It is, both are not same. Why not same? Because there is that input type text and this is text area, not template. Okay. You can see this is single line text and this is multi-line text like this. And we can also expand the size, height and width of text area element like this by dragging it. Okay. So I think we are good for today. What you can do, you can just go with the syllabus. I will send you the syllabus and try to create the web page. Okay. Try to create the web page and try to get familiar with your HTML controls, HTML tags. Okay. How to create HTML web page, how to start with the HTML web page. What is the difference between H1 tags? What are all heading tags available? What is the difference between div, span? All these things you can try. Okay. So at least you will get familiar with the HTML code and we will learn some additional HTML tags which are there in the syllabus. Okay. And I have just added only important things. Okay. It is not something, HTML is very vast. Only whatever is important for your learning, I have just added those many tags in this syllabus. But it will definitely help you to get familiar with the web pages because we are learning as a full stack development. Okay. So for full stack development, we will only see the important topics for each and every technology. We have to cover a lot. Okay, what are all technologies we are going to learn? I will show you. Okay, number one is HTML. Then once we're done with HTML, we will learn CSS. Then we will learn Bootstrap. Okay, Bootstrap is one of the uh, CSS library, CSS framework, which will help you to do the responsive pages, responsiveness to your web pages. Okay, so this Bootstrap library we will definitely learn. Then we will see JavaScript. JavaScript is client-side scripting language. It is also important. Okay, we will see JavaScript as well. Then we can see jQuery. jQuery is one library which is written on top of the JavaScript only. So by using the jQuery, we can achieve the same output with very minimal lines of code. Okay, so that is also important. Then we will learn Angular, Angular 14, 15, whatever latest version. Okay, so Angular is one of the framework provided by Google, client-side framework provided by Google, which will help you to create a single page applications. Okay, so this is also important. So these are the front end technologies you should aware about. If you want to become a full stack developer, you should know everything from the HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, jQuery, Angular. At backend side, you should know C Sharp, then .NET MVC, then .NET Core, and then Entity Framework, then SQL Server. Only important things. Okay, we have a lot to cover, but only important things which you should know before joining your first job. These are the technology. अगर आपने इतना कर लिया, then you can become a full stack developer. Whatever profile you will write in the naukri.com, if you know all these technologies, you can work. It is not too hard. ये बहुत सिंपल है. ये चार पांच टेक्नोलॉजी तो बहुत सिंपल है. HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, jQuery, Angular. It is not that much hard. ओके, आपने अभी देखा रहेगा कि हमने HTML बहुत इजीली जो भी टैक्स है वो समझ के लिया, उतना हार्ड है भी नहीं. ओके, लेकिन थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट जाएगा आपको बैकएंड का स्टफ, लाइक सी शार्प इज अ प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज, MVC आपको समझ के लेना है, .NET कोर में आपको API कैसे करने हैं वो समझ के लेना है. देन एंटिटी फ्रेमवर्क विल हेल्प यू टू डू द डेटाबेस कम्युनिकेशन, ये आपको समझ के लेना है. SQL सर्वर इज फॉर डेटाबेस, इट इज इजी. ओके, ये इजी है. सी शार्प इजी जाएगा आपको. ये सारे टेक्नोलॉजी इजी जाएंगे. थोड़ा एंगुलर थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट जाएगा, MVC थोड़ा समझ में डिफिकल्ट जाएगा, .NET कोर्स थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट जाएगा. दैट्स इट, एंटिटी फ्रेमवर्क. लेकिन बाकी जो है SQL सर्वर, सी शार्प, jQuery, ये सारे टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत इजी है, आप आराम से समझ सकते हो. ओके, और ये डिफिकल्ट अभी लगेगा आपको, वंस यू डन विथ सम बेसिक सी शार्प डेटाबेस, उतना डिफिकल्ट नहीं जाएगा. ओके, वो समझ उतना फैमिलियर हो जाओगे आप, हाउ टू लर्न दैट एंड हाउ टू कीप देम इन योर मेमोरी. ओके, कैसे मेमोराइज करना है, कौन सा कंट्रोल कहाँ पे यूज करना है, all these things we will learn. Don't worry about it. Okay, daily basis we'll have 2 hours of session. In that we will discuss. Okay, we'll try to discuss it. Okay,
Uh,
any
so I have a question. After a demo, we will go with the front end or back end?
after demo, see, first of all I will try to cover some front end part. Why? Because if you are familiar with the front end, then there is a meaning to go to the back end. Okay, C sharp we can cover without having a knowledge of front end, no issues in that. Okay, C sharp में कोई इतना दिक्कत नहीं. लेकिन if you want to learn .NET MVC, you will require front end. Okay, so my plan is to start .NET MVC first, and to learn the .NET MVC, we should have a basic knowledge about the front end part, and then we will try to go with the back end. Okay, let's see. I mean, how it goes. C Sharp भी थोड़ा interesting है. You can go with the C sharp as well. Give me a minute. Okay. So C sharp भी interesting है. You don't have to learn anything for C sharp. C sharp के लिए आपको फ्रंट एंड की जरूरत नहीं रहती. Okay. So we'll see. Either we can do some parallel sessions. 1 hour back end, 1 hour front end. उसमें क्या हो जाएगा, थोड़ा आपको दोनों लैंग्वेजेस पैरेलली समझ में आ जाएंगे. लेकिन अपन अगर फ्रंट एंड कंप्लीट करते बैठेंगे फिर बैक एंड में जाएंगे तो उसको बहुत टाइम लगेगा, क्योंकि हमें डिटेल में भी समझ के लेना है. ओके. ऐसा नहीं कि बस मेन टॉपिक ले लिया और खत्म कर दिया, ऐसा नहीं होगा. हमें इन डिटेल समझ के लेना है. तो विल ट्राई बोथ द थिंग्स. लाइक डेली बेसिस वी विल हैव 1 hour सेशन फॉर फ्रंट एंड एंड 1 hour फॉर बैक एंड. तो पैरेलली आपको थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आ जाएगा. ओके.
Okay. And sir, I have another questions.
बोलो.
सर 3 टाईपचे डेव्हलपर राहतात ना सर, एक फुल स्टॅक, एक .NET आणि एक सर मॉन स्टॅक. सर मॉन स्टॅकचं मिनिंग काय राहतं सर ऍक्च्युली?
सी मीन स्टॅक काय असतं की ज्यांचं बॅकएंड हे Node.js मध्ये असेल. ओके. दॅट विल बी अ मीन स्टॅक. Means front end will be in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Angular, and backend is in Node.js. ओके. ते झालं मेन स्टॅक. तर त्याला जर तुम्हाला फुल स्टॅक येत असेल, तुम्हाला बॅकएंडला .NET कोर येत असेल, तर तुम्हाला Node.js शिकायची गरज नाही. बिकॉज इव्हेंच्युअली वी आर डुईंग द सेम थिंग इन JavaScript. We are creating the APIs only, right? So that API you can create in the .NET core.
So me and Vedanti doing internship on mean stack. So it's helpful on the future or we just quit for some time?
हेल्पफुल, नो इश्यूज. अगर आपको सी तुम्हाला जर Node.js येत असेल, लेट मी स्टॉप द रेकॉर्डिंग.